So first thing, just to a nod to the sponsors that basically make events like the Blast Furnace, or like the Polygon Meetups, but particularly makes me that possible. A couple of venue sponsors, so I know Camplify put up a venue tonight. I know the Camplify guys are on there, so shout out to them. Big thanks. I know John is involved in helping that grow and admin side of that. And also we're here at Dashworks Makespace, so Dashworks basically hosts the Blast Furnace every month, and has done for now. Holly here really helps out there run the space, and it's a really great space if you're a hardware-based startup. For the prize sponsors tonight, first night Newwwie Tech people, they put up half the kitty for the prizes. Again, James and the team that do a lot for tech community. We've seen tech podcasts. James is also always offering. So big thanks to James and tech people, and myself as Mike and Safi. We've got the other and also the event. Quizmaster, again, returning, Faye, you'll be able to see him, we'll have him in shot, he'll be coming through the stream, I don't think he'll be coming through the team stream. If you have the YouTube stream running, you'll be able to see a bit of live footage coming through the spot. And of course, big thanks to Clay. So Clay's actually putting the time and effort to create the questions, set up the rounds, which that we're using for the event. Audio, so it's getting choppy, but I'll move it closer to what we did. Alright, so just for tonight, this is basically how the trivia is going to work. We're going to basically fire up the event, and what will happen is there will be a Kahoot screen. The Kahoot screen will show a number of what we do. So first, you must designate someone on your team or someone's phone the answer device. The device actually input the. Secondly, you'll jump on the Kahoot.it, and there'll be a quiz ID number that you'll have to enter to jump on to the correct round. And from there, you'll just have to enter the team name, and if you can keep the names consistent across rounds, it'll make it easy for us to tally the scores. So there'll be 3 rounds. I think they range from
15 to 20 questions, but called 15. The long round's easier.
15, 20, somewhere in that area. Things to note. So the faster you answer a question, the more points you get. So yeah, jump on it quicker, you'll get more points. You can get multiple in a row, you will get a streak multiplier. And at the end of each round, plus the end of the night, there'll be prizes that will be distributed. So basically have testing couple that we set around and finally in a box, which will be able to go online. So that's it from the intro perspective.
All right, how do we start this thing? Oh, the button that says start.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, welcome to Newwwie Tech Trivia. We'll kick off with round 1. So, who invented the first compiler? Was it Ada Lovelace, or Grace Hopper, Corrado Bohm, or Bill Gates? Who implemented the first compiler? Yeah, you've got 1 minute to answer pretty much all the questions, so you got time to discuss amongst yourselves. All right. So it was Rear Admiral Grace Hopper. Not only was she inventor of the first compiler, she went ahead and became a rear admiral in the Navy. Fantastic person. If you're looking for a tech hero, she's a great choice. All right. I don't know where that cursor is. There we are. I think I just did this one. No. Okay, let's kick into the second question. If I know how to use a computer. Oh no, sorry.
Good start.
Do some scores. So off to a start. I do hope everybody's going to get at least 75% of them right, and this isn't a good start for that. So hopefully I've made the next question a bit easier. So what does this print? This is some JavaScript. This is running in just the Brave browser console, and it sets off a function. That function fun says const 1 equals 1, const 2 equals 2, const 3 equals 1 plus 2, return 3, and then console logs the output. So does that return the number 1, the string 2, the string 12, or undefined?
A bit more time to answer this one.
Yeah, I'll give you more time to answer this one, so you can argue over the small bits. So, and you've got to ask the question, is this a trick question? Or is the trick that it's not a trick question? How many layers of metagame have I put into this? This is JavaScript. So standard JavaScript as you could run in the browser console. All right. Excellent. Good job. Who remembered that from last year? That's the question. Oh, Jack. Look, it was a good choice to put him on your team. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's a sneaky little thing. The lack of a semicolon after the return statement in the function means that JavaScript is very nice, very helpful, sticks one in for you, and return is a complete statement, and it returns undefined. All right. Good job. I've got a few people coming up the leaderboard now. Got Fireworks, nice quick answer based on rote learning, not on actually understanding what's going on. Raging Bull has done a great job other than having a fantastic name. And Fantastic, or Funtastic, has done a fantastic job as well. Well done, everyone. Now, remember, there is a streak bonus if you get it right multiple times in a row. So, what is Brython? Is it Python exclusively for programmers? A Python WebAssembly framework? Python executing in the browser? Or a novelty product that sells bridles for snakes like our little chipmunk friend here? So,
I think that would sell.
in Australia it would. Around the uni I hear there's a lot of snakes kicking around this time of year and got a lot of warning signs up. All right. Well, one person's got an answer in. Are they correct? The fastest answer? All right. Wow. Well done. 4 of you got it right. It's Python executing in the browser. It's a interesting sort of looking thing where you open the browser, see the script tag, and it's all Python instead of JavaScript.
Gotta give it a good click on the right.
Yeah. All right, Fireworks continuing to take the lead. Raging Bull continuing to rage strongly. Team Reddit coming up. Good job, HiveMind. And Fantastic and Camplify continuing on. Yeah, so Team Reddit is Owen reading comments on Reddit and then answering on behalf of Reddit.
That is Reddit.
Yeah. So, question 3. Question 4, I can count. What does MFA stand for? It's in the context of authentication. Does it stand for multiplexed fast acceptance, multi-factor authentication, machine face authentication, or mutex friction algorithm? Yep.
Softball.
Yeah. I told you, I want everybody to get 75% at least right. So that was a nice, easy one to tide you over. All right. Camplify moving up. Fireworks still holding on to the lead. Apparently 3 correct answers in a row, Fireworks. Good job. See if you can keep it up. Where in the OWASP top 10 does insecure deserialization rank? Is it number 1, number 4, number 8, or number 10? Insecure deserialization. Where does it rank in the OWASP top 10? I didn't realize there was that multiplier thing, so
Yeah.
I'm glad I sort of
Staggered
the difficulty a little bit more.
Yeah, because they're good at like a real ramp up.
Yeah, yeah, like all the easy ones at the start, and I had teams just like killing it. But... Okay, the game pin's on the video here as well, down the bottom. So
Oh yeah.
41250. Well done. How many of you knew that, and how many of you just took a blind guess? Yeah. Read his mind, yep. I would have had no idea. I just went through the OWASP top 10 and wanted to have an OWASP question in there. So, yep, number 8 is correct. That should see fireworks with 4 continuing. You're really killing it. You know, going off like a firework or some similar joke. Good job, fantastic. Moving up in the ranks again. All right. How are you going with the thing? Alrighty. Question 6. What is the top level domain name for the Vatican City? Is it .vc, .jc, .va, or .pope? Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. What is its top level domain name? Oh, well done. 5 out of 5. I'm glad none of you fell for the .pope idea. All right, Raging Bull, 5 in a row. Great job. Okay. Let's keep rolling in and we'll see question 7. Holy C is the programming language for Temple OS. What was it originally called? Oh, 5 seconds. Sorry about that. No, start. 60. All right, was it originally called MunkScript or Temple or D or C+? So this is a screenshot of the Temple OS language. A guy thought that he had discovered the 4th temple of Christ in this operating system. It's an interesting story if you want to go and read it. Awesome. All right, C+ is the correct answer. Only one of you got it. So, yeah, D is its own language. C single plus, not 2 pluses, was the original name of Holy See. Good job, fantastic. I'm glad that I broke the rest of your streak. So now you're all going to have to start from the start and build those up again. Okay, question 8. What is the HTTP status for I am a teapot? Is it the 411, the 418, the 412, or the 444? What is the HTTP status for I'm a teapot? 411, 418, 421, or 444? It is 418.
Oh, that's split the crowd.
Yep, I heard someone over there say it's 421. I thought it was 421. I looked it up and went, what? That's not what I thought it was. All right. Yep, 2 of you got it right though. So, moving on, find my cursor. Oh, fantastic. You've taken over the fireworks. Not so hot now, are you? All right. We'll roll in. Question 9. AKS is the managed Kubernetes environment for which cloud provider? Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, or DigitalOcean? AKS. Which cloud environment is it for? All right, 5 seconds to go. All right. Doug, look at that. I've mocked up the quiz. It is actually Microsoft Azure, Azure Kubernetes Service. AWS is EKS, but 3 of you get a bonus point because I'm not so good at my job.
Well, the good news is no one put the other two, so
Yeah.
it's sort of just like a null.
Null round, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely Azure. I've mucked up the quiz. I mucked it up. Yeah. All right, Fantastic holds onto the lead because I didn't do it right.
Anyway,
Alrighty.
it didn't affect the ranking.
So, which sections of a JWT are base 64 encoded JSON strings? 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, or all of them? If Fireworks gets this wrong, I'll be upset with them. Because one of you should know.
Maybe multiple answers.
I hope it's not multiple answers. Yeah. And if any of you haven't watched the movie Dodgeball, stop what you're doing now, leave us, and go and watch Dodgeball. It's a fantastic film. Seminal to my childhood. Alrighty. So, I am disappointed in certain Jack Mannys of the world. Only 1 and 2 are base 64 encoded strings. 4 doesn't exist, it's not there. And number 3 is a string. It's possibly base 64 encoded, but it's not a JSON string. All right, broke all of your streaks. This makes up for my AWS one. What was the second domain name ever registered? Was it bbn.com, think.com, symbolics.com, or google.com? What was the second, not the first, the second domain name ever registered? I'll give you a hint. The first is in there as well, so the first was as well. All right. BBN. Symbolics was the first and think was the third. Google, sometime down the track. All right. All right, Raging Bull and Camplify moving up the ranks. Fantastic still holding strong. Team Fireworks paying for that JWT mistake. All right. What was the original name of the Java programming language? Was it Oak, or Elm, or Ivy, or Maple? What was the original name of the Java programming language? I think it was invented to work on set-top boxes originally, wasn't it, Java? And then somehow it made its way into being a fully fledged language that basically ran the internet for a while. All right. Well, not such a good response, but one of you did get it right. It was Oak. Oak was the original name. The other trees, all just a diversion. All right. Fantastic. I don't know if you're just Googling things furiously or what you're doing. You're doing a great job. All right. Right. Which was the first AWS service to come online? Oh no. I've made a mistake. Is it SNS, EC2, SQS, not SQL, SQS? So the third answer should be SQS, not SQL, or S3. SQL is not an Amazon service. All of them should be. So number 3 should be SQS. Obviously, I need to proofread my questions a little bit closer. So SNS, EC2, SQS, or S3. So simple notification service. Should have been SQS. That's why I kept saying SQS, trying to drive you all down there. Not SQL. Sorry about that one. All right. Question 14, penultimate question of round 1. How many bytes in an exabyte? Is it 10 to the 8, 10 to the 12, 10 to the 18, or 10 to the 24? All right, so an exabyte. I didn't know what an exabyte was until I started researching this, and it came up in another question. So, how many bytes in an exabyte? That's right, 10 to the 18. So, 2 of you are on the right track. Go on. But good work. All right, Camplify. Approaching, but I don't think you can take over Fantastic. You have to get a real fast answer on this last one, Camplify, if you want to get up there. So, last question. Which company is behind GraphQL? Is it an Amazon product, a Netflix product, a Google product, or a Facebook product? Which company is behind GraphQL? All right, good job, most of you. Who picked Google? Was it Camplify? Let's find out. Well done, Raging Bull. Well, good job, Camplify. But Fantastic, you have smashed it. Well done. 11 out of 15. So I'm a bit short of my 75%, but we're doing all right. Are you ready to go?
We are ready to roll.
All right. Let's start round 2. Newwwie Trivia, round 2. All right, question 1. What did Tim Berners-Lee invent? Did he invent the internet, the World Wide Web, HTML, or the web browser? Did Tim Berners-Lee invent the internet, the World Wide Web, HTML, or the web browser? All right, the World Wide Web. He did. It's a good thing he did invent it so that we can do this here today. But... All right. Good job, Raging Bull. That's a quick answer. All right. So, question 2. We've got 20 questions in this round, so you've got time to make it back. Maybe? There we go. Question 2. Dan Abramov is best known for his work with which framework? Is it React? Is it Angular? Is it Vue? Or is it jQuery? Which one is Dan Abramov best known for his work with? All right, it's React. Dan Abramov is one of the main minds behind the React framework. React and React Native and React Router, I think? No, but definitely React and React Native. All right. Question 3. Hopefully we'll be getting a bit easier. Fantastic, jumping back up to the lead. She's the one to beat. All right. What does this Python code output? List, brackets, range, 1, 10, 2. So the code's written there, the answer is wiped out. This is running in the Python 3 interpreter. So it could be the word range 1, 10, 2. It could throw an error. It could give you the array 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, or the array 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So list, brackets, range, brackets, 1, 10, 2, bracket, bracket. So 1, 3, 5, 9. So the range gives you the array and list prints it out. Makes it so it turns out as an array. The range gives you the numbers. All right. So the next one will be a bit easier. We've got Raging Bull and Camplify coming out, taking over. Fantastic there. Okay, what have we got? Question 4. Which is AWS's migrate transfer exabyte scale dataset into and out of AWS service? So this is where I learned about the word exabyte. But what is their service that allows you to get exabytes worth of data into and out of AWS? Is it Snowpack, Snowball, Snowtruck, or Snowmobile? Snowpack, Snowball, Snowtruck, or Snowmobile? And it is Snowmobile. I heard some of the people over in Raging Bull commenting that it probably is a truck, and it is a truck. It looks just like a giant fuel tanker that you plug into your data center. You know, sort of lives out that old analogy that you should never underestimate the bandwidth of a station wagon full of backup tapes. All right, bringing Camplify to the lead, but Fantastic is in close pursuit. Good work, teams. All right. Which of these is the nickname of a Pac-Man ghost? So some of you will have been looking at my jacket, noticing that it's all Pac-Man-y. Which of these is the nickname of a Pac-Man ghost? Is it Stinky? Is it Slinky? Is it Inky? Or is it Winky? I'll give you one hint, which is that it's definitely not Clyde, although Clyde is the nickname of one of the other Pac-Man ghosts. So you've only got 3 to guess from now. All right, 4 of you got it right, and it is Inky. I guess that's because they kind of look like a squid. I don't know. But yeah, so I can't remember the names of the other ones, and honestly, I didn't know them until I looked them up. But I thought I should have at least one Pac-Man question in here. All right, Camplify, you're on a hot streak. Can you keep it up? Okay. Going on to question 6. What is the .tv domain for? So you see this around on a bunch of things. Is it for television? Is it for Tel Aviv? Is it for Tuvalu? Or is it for Turkestan? So we see this on a bunch of things like devchat.tv. But what is it actually meant for? Is it for television? Is it for the Tel Aviv city? Is it for the country Tuvalu or the country Turkestan? And it is Tuvalu. Well done. 3 out of 5 of you. It is definitely not actually for television, although it has been corrupted for that. All right. Question 7. What is duck typing? Is it a subsection of orthonology? Is it type of an object is less important than the methods and properties it exposes. A technique wherein alterations are made to dynamic code during runtime. Is it the basis for the Redux state management library in React? So a subsection of orthonology. The type of an object is less important than the methods and properties it exposes. A technique wherein alterations are made to dynamic code at runtime. The basis for Redux, the state management library for React. Your hint is, of course, it has nothing to do with DuckTales. Good job. So for those of you who answered that it's a technique wherein changes are made to dynamic code runtime, that's duck punching as opposed to duck typing. So very close, but no cigar. Good job for the rest of you who got it right though. All right. Leaderboard's remaining pretty static for the moment. Let's see who can knock Camplify off. Hopefully I've got a tricky question that they can't get right. See what the next one is. Which of these will not quit the Python 3 REPL? Exit brackets, quit brackets, Control-C or Control-D? Now, I was writing this on a Windows machine when I tested it, if that is of any help to anyone, but exit, quit, Control-C or Control-D. Which of these will not quit the Python 3 REPL? All right, streak smasher that one. Control-C won't actually get you out of the REPL. It'll end the current process that's running in there, but it won't quit the application. Bit different to basically everything else out there. But Camplify have managed to get that one right as well. You're a runaway this time. I don't know what I can do to break you. See if question 19 will help. What is port 17 used for in TCP? Is it quote of the day? Is it daytime protocol? Is it secure shell protocol or file transfer protocol? What is port 17 in the TCP/IP stack used for? One answer and nice and fast there. Who are we waiting on? It is quote of the day. Who'd have thought that was part of the TCP/IP stack? But it is. Apparently none of you thought it. I'm very glad because I've broken Camplify's streak. All right. What does the R in RSA stand for? So is it revest, recursive, repeated, or Richmond? What does the R in RSA stand for? There's a little bit of an example of RSA on the board there, showing how to exchange public and private keys in order to encrypt something. So RSA is an encryption standard. It's reversed. Very good. 3 out of 5 of you. So, yeah, that's one of the name of the people who came up with the original paper. Reversed and something starting with S and something starting with A. I can't remember any of the names other than the fact that this one's right in front of me. All right. Camplify still holding strong in the lead, really smashing it out of the park this time. That 5-question streak really helped you out. Okay. So on to question 11. Which of these is not a valid file extension for Fortran? So is it a .f, a .f90, a .4, or a .frt? Which of these is not a valid file extension for Fortran? Oh, well done. One of you got it right. FRT doesn't start for Fortran. All right, good job, Raging Bull. Coming in very close to second place against Fantastic there. Number 12. Which of these is the most secure way to store a password? We've got RS-256, SHA-1, SHA-256, or bcrypt. Which of these is the most secure way to store a password? Of course, the most secure way to store a password is to not do it. If you don't have the passwords, you can't leak them. Use a service like AllZero or Okta to take away all that pain for you. Don't waste your time building these things. No one wants them. So, RS-256, SHA-1, SHA-256, or bcrypt. Which of these is the most secure way to store a password? All right, bcrypt. Bcrypt is the way these days that you would typically store a password. SHA-256 is the next best. SHA-1, you might as well put it in plain text, and RS-256 is encryption, which is not how you should store a password. You should never be able to recover a password. It should always be hashing. So SHA-1, SHA-256, or bcrypt, then encryption. All right, we're bringing Raging Bull up. They're taking over Fantastic now. We're getting very close to Developer or Serial Killer. I'm not quite sure when it falls in, but when it gets there, it's 20 seconds to go. We're going much shorter rounds. So, in JavaScript, what is 1 plus the array of 1? Is it an error? Is it 11? Is it the string 11? Or is it 2? 1 plus the array 1. An error, 11, the string 11, or 2. JavaScript is a ridiculous language. I don't know why we all use it. It just does stupid things to us. And what does it do in this case? The coalescing that causes us so many problems. All right, it is the string 11. So it looks at the 1, looks at the array of 1, it says an array of 1 is a string. I'm going to make it 11. I guess that's what it's thinking. Who knows? Just try to avoid doing things like that in your code. If you do a minus, it'll do something entirely different again. All right, good job, Team Reddit. I don't know if that was just our own guessing or whether it was Reddit at work, but you've made a good... you knowing. Ah. All right. So, coming into question 14. Is this person a developer or a serial killer? 2 options, answer fast. You've only got 20 seconds once that timer stops. So, developer or killer? Good job. 4 of you got it right. That person is a developer. That's Grady Booch, inventor of the Booth method, one of the pioneers of UML, and seemingly an all-around good guy. If you follow him on Twitter, you'll realize that recently he's become friends with MC Hammer, and they are collaborating on things because the world in 2020 is bizarre. All right. So we have more of these. This is everything into the end of the round. So 5 more of these. Developer or serial killer? What have you got? Is this person a developer or a serial killer? Yeah, absolutely, I've recycled them. I don't know how many of you realize this, but I thought this was next week. I spent last weekend panic writing questions, so hence why I made a few mistakes in the first round. Who did he kill? That's Charles Manson. He killed a whole bunch of people. Still, I'm gonna call him a serial killer. Okay. Yeah, next round. This person, developer or serial killer? Oh, that time's counting down. The faster you're in, the more likely you are. All right, good job. One of you got it correct. That person is a killer. I've forgotten her name, but she did kill a whole bunch of people. All right, fireworks on the way up. All right, how about this one? Developer or killer? I feel like some people know it. I've heard some excited sounds from my left there. All right. Yep. That one was Ted Bundy. I don't know who that was. So I had to go through my questions and work out who the hell he was. But definitely a killer. All right, fireworks up in the third spot. Good work, team. Camplify holding strong in first with Raging Bull raging along in second. Okay, developer or killer? So who do you think this person is? Are they a killer? Have they killed anyone? Or is their software just making horrible problems? Yes, developer. That is Martin Fowler, head of ThoughtWorks, writer of many blogs, and I don't know if he invented the term blicky, but he's the only person I've ever heard use it. So, everyone continuing up. All right, 2 questions to go. And here, do we have a developer or a killer? All right. So, is a software developer? Well, maybe. It is Adam Kogan, head of SSW, chief architect at Simple Software Solutions in Sydney, regular speaker at the Newcastle Coders Group. And while he's done some questionable things over his life, I think he's definitely not a killer. He did put a motorcycle on a 2nd-story building, though. Go to YouTube and have a look. It's a bit of an odd thing to do. Big motorcycle, like a 1200. All right, and the last one for this round. We've got, Raging Bull, you're coming in close. A really fast answer here could win it for you. No, maybe. All right, so last round, developer or serial killer? All right, what do we think? Software developer. For those of you who didn't know, that's Dan Abramov, famous of previous question about React. So there we are. That finishes round 2. Great job all. I hope you've all had fun. We'll see how the things ranked out. Fantastic, coming in at number 3. Well done again. Raging Bull for number 2, and I guess that's got to be Camplify coming in at first. Well done, teams. Okay, ready to start. 15 questions this round, 1 minute each. I can't remember what they are, so let's find out together. Newwwie Trivia round 3. Question 1. Who was the first programmer? Was it Ada Lovelace? Was it Steve Jobs? Was it Plato? Or was it Grady Booch? Who was the first programmer? All right, good job. It was Ada Lovelace. She was the first computer programmer. I have used it a few times, and I like to include questions that point out the fact that women have made a big contribution to our industry. So leading off, Camplify in the lead again. Come on, Team Blast Furnace. Let's get this going. We've got to beat Camplify. All right, question 2. What does flip in flip animation stand for? Flippin' fantastic. Front load invert play. First last invert play. or first, last, instant play? What does the acronym FLIP in Flip Animation stand for? So you can't see I didn't put any questions in here for the front-end dev crowd. Yep. That's not right. Whoops, let's just move on and pretend that didn't happen.
Damn it.
Yeah, alrighty.
Let's push it away. Two
Yeah.
question streak.
Which of the following is a type checker for Ruby? So Ruby is a programming language that does not have types. So like TypeScript is for JavaScript, which of these is a type checker for Ruby? Rubocop, Sorbet, Diamond, or Mind Planner? So any Rubyists out there like playing with this language? None of the NIB core dev team? Good job. Two of you are right. Sorbet is the
Really split the crowd, that one.
yeah, I wasn't sure how many would get that. Rubocop does validation, like ESLint style things. Diamond and Mind Planner are meta. All right, fantastic. On the way up. Yeah, that's what we want to see. All right, question 3. Google is shutting down GCP on the 31st of December. What does GCP stand for in this case? Is it Google Cloud Print, Google Cloud Platform, Google Cloud Partner Program, or Google's Container Program? GCP is shutting down in classic Google kill it off style. What does GCP stand for in this case? All right, good job. It is Google Cloud Print. As much as I would like to see Google Cloud Platform, I'd like to see the outrage that would flow if we were to shut down Google Cloud Platform. Google is still betting on the cloud as a good business venture into the future. But there was a few good headlines kicked around a couple of weeks back announcing GCP is shutting down. It happens to be Google Cloud Print.
Oh, yeah. Imagine the panic.
Oh, it'd be massive. They can't do it. They won't do it. Raging Bull on the way up. Camplify, though, annihilating us. All right. I think you're Googling over there, Camplify. All right. Question 5. How many times has the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 been in the Have I Been Pwned passwords database? So how many times has this been exposed and then indexed by Troy Hunt? Is it 24 million, 24,000, 2,400,000, or 240 million? He's a very good speaker. He's quite a performer. Yeah, he does a really good job. Yeah. The trick there was to look at the picture, which told you that there was 600 million total. So even though 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the most common password, it was not in there 240 million times. It's not 1/3 of all passwords that have been exposed. And all right, coming into question 6. What is the name of this character from the IT crowd? Is it Richard, Raymond, Richmond, or Noel? So the vampire-looking guy in the front, if you're questioning, the other two are Jen and Moss. Maybe it's a fantastic TV show. British humour. It'll make you laugh, make you cry, or change your life. It is Richmond. Noel Fielding is the name of the actor who plays Richmond, and Richard does sound a lot like Richmond. Camplify got that one right as well, but Raging Bull is coming up to represent the blast furnace meeting. All right, question 7. Which of these is not a top-level domain name? .tea, .coffee, .wine, or .beer? Yeah. I'm guessing that one fast answer there may remember that I've recycled this question from a previous year. They're giving you answers, are they? Dot T. Good job. Coffee, wine, and beer are all top-level domain names. The first time I used this question, Ben Cull, who goes by Ben Who Likes Beer, immediately went onto his phone and bought benwholikes.beer. All right. Okay, question 8. We're over halfway. Almost to the end of trivia for 2020. Another T-based question. TVM is a WebAssembly framework for which language? Is it JavaScript, Go, Java, or CoffeeScript? And is WebAssembly just Silverlight version 2? And it is Java. Absolutely. So TVM is WebAssembly framework for the Java programming language. None of you seem to remember that from the fact I've used it previously as well. Ah, Camplify. That's it. I'm kicking you out. You can't be in this game anymore. You're too good. All right. Question 9. How do you quit Vi? It's impossible. Burn the computer to the ground. You can't do it. :W, Control-C, or :Q? How do you exit the Vi editor when you accidentally open it while editing a config file? Because no one really uses Vi, they all use Emacs, right? Good job, :Q. Absolutely right.
Reddit said it was impossible.
It's impossible. Well, to be fair, Reddit's also kind of right.
But I have to wait a little bit. It's a stream delay, and then I actually get 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's all right. You're making sure.
They're also Googling the answers.
Yeah. And make sure I've got time to extend this out a little bit more, because otherwise you smashed the whole thing in 10 minutes. All right. So on to question 10. 2/3 of the way through the last round. 2020 had some big IPOs, initial price offerings. Which of these was the largest? Zoom, Snowflake, Palantir, or McAfee?
Oh, I actually know this one.
You don't. You got it wrong.
Why not?
Yeah, it's Snowflake. Snowflake was a ridiculously large IPO. It absolutely smashed it in a year where tech IPOs were doing really well despite the rest of the world.
I'm not applauding Wall Street.
No, you're not getting Wall Street bets, but yeah. Have a look at it. Snowflake went crazy. Nuts. Unfortunately, Camplify also got that one right. All right, Camplify, you've got to get this one wrong. Just put the wrong answer in, please. Okay. There we go. Which of these is a valid ISO 8601 date time string? I'm not going to read them out because I don't know how to read that. I'm not so sure. All right. Good job, Raging Bull. All right, question 12. What does the D in SOLID stand for? Is it dependency injection, dependency interaction, dependency importation, or dependency inversion? Come on, Fireworks, you told me that you're teaching your people SOLID, so I expect you to get this one right. Yeah, everyone should be following the solid principles: single responsibility, open closed, Liskov substitution, interface segregation, and D. What is D? Good job. Dependency inversion. Dependency injection is a way to achieve dependency inversion, but it is not actually the principle. And yes, we broke the Camplify streak there by the look of it. Did they? Oh, well, still, yeah. It's good to see the, well, Fantastic still isn't a blast furnace, but Camplify has a challenger. Alrighty. Into question 13. What is this variable naming style called? So underscore many underscore underscores in underscore my underscore name. Is that snake case, Pascal case, camel case, or kebab case?
It gets the line that I go is not correct. Alright, they're giving me a second answer.
All right. It is snake case because it's all lower and all slidey. Pascal case has an uppercase at the start and uppercase for every subsequent word. Camel starts with a lowercase, has uppercase from there on out. And kebab case has dashes all in between. It's not much good in most modern languages. But it does have a cool name. Fireworks, you're doing well. You've come up into position 4. That's you're beating Team Reddit now, even with Owen's help. All right. So, question 14, penultimate question of 2020 trivia. What is the maximum amount of RAM available in a Raspberry Pi 400? Come on, Blast Furnace, this is your question. Is it 2 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, or 16? What is the maximum amount of RAM available in a Raspberry Pi 400? The Raspberry Pi 400, of course, being this cool little doohickey here with the keyboard and things plugging out of it so that you can get kids learning to code in Python sooner than ever. Pick one. All right, it is 4 gigabyte. The answer is right there in the name, Raspberry Pi 400. Okay, thank you everyone. We're coming into the last question now. Jump onto Twitter, tell me how much this was terrible or how much you loved it. Come back next year, please, and do support all of our sponsors. It's been a tough year for everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed what we've done here. So, last question for the night. Well, sorry, after we see the scores. Fantastic, you can win this yet. You're getting real close. All right. Last one. Which of these is not a symmetric encryption algorithm? RC5, RS256, Blowfish, or AES? Which of these is not a symmetric encryption algorithm? RC5, RS256, Blowfish, or AES? Alrighty. And it is RS256. So RSA is an asymmetric encryption algorithm. RC5, Blowfish, and AES are all symmetric. All right. And that's the end. Thank you very much, everyone, for turning up. Raging Bull, third for the third time. Camplify, knocked out of the top spot by Fantastic. Congratulations on Charlie. Yeah, Cameron's going to be our score master. He'll work out who has